Through my teenage years, I realized that I felt differently towards most of my friends. And at 17, I had my first sexual experience with a woman. And I felt very strongly that this was my comfort zone. Hi, my name's Ma Faiza, and I'm an international DJ living in India. And I've been DJing for over 20 years. I was studying in the UK and I used to study sociology, and I went straight to my sociology class and I said, well, actually I have a bit of an announcement to make. I actually had an opportunity to share with 30 other people in my class and say, you know, I had sex with a woman for the first time and I think I'm a lesbian. And everybody in the room just, you know, was so euphoric and everyone cheered and clapped, and that was my first experience. You know, for me, when I told my parents, it was a completely different reaction, and I just came out with it and I said that, you know, I'm a lesbian, and they were very, very shocked. I mean, I was 17 years old, it was 1987. So we're talking 33 years ago. So my parents, being quite traditional Indian parents, even though we were in the UK, they were quite shocked. And my mother, she cried. And she also was like, why did you tell us? We didn't need to know. You don't need to tell anybody. And what is this? I went through quite a dark time in my life where I actually made a decision to end my life. And at 21, I took an overdose of many different pills and, you know, decided to end my life. And needless to say, I didn't die, and I had an opportunity to speak to my parents somehow on my deathbed, them not knowing whether I was going to live or die. And in that time, I was able to give like a death speech where I could say, listen, I feel like a failure. I feel like you don't support me. This is something so important for me. And without it, I don't want to live. For me, I need you to see and accept me as I truly am. So it was really hard for them. It was really challenging. I'm a woman who gets mistaken as a man most of the time, which really bugs me. Even though I identify as a woman in terms of my gender, I'm not identifiable to the rest of the world with the way that I look. Either I'm told my hair's too short, or I'm too tall, or I wear men's clothes, because somehow your gender is the single most important thing. The moment you're born, you're identified as male or female. And then secondly, my sexuality. You know, for me, I'm definitely a lesbian. I love to have relationships with women. I find women so beautiful. You know, I identify as female because I think, you know, as female we're so many things, but we're so labelled of what it is to be a woman. You know, for example, having too much hair, or having a lower voice, or having bigger hands. You know, I want to be seen as a woman because I am a woman. You know, I could have babies, and I have bled as a woman, and as a woman in a patriarchal society, I have earned the right to be a woman. I also want the graciousness that is given to women. I think we're still very far away from just accepting something so simple, which is love is love. And that we all have the right to identify ourselves as whatever we wish, and we should have the freedom to do that. And creating labels isn't always a good thing.